Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes first one, Thallophyta. Thallophyta. Second one, Bryophyta. Third one, Pteridophyta. Uh, Fourth one is Gymnosperms. And fifth one, Angiosperms. Angiosperms. So first understand this, then we'll discuss about Thallophyta today. Thallophyta are all algae. That means no differentiation into leaves, no differentiation into stems, roots, nothing like that. It is just a group of cells. And thallus. Thallus is a group of cells, just a mass of cells that are present in association with everyone. So that bunch of cells or mass of cells is called as thallus. Since algae or thallophyta has only thallus in their body, no structures, no parts, they're called as thallophyta. Now you take bryophyta. It has parts, it has stems, it has roots, it has fruits, flowers, everything. But all these are false root, false stem, false root, false shoot, false stem. Why false? Because no vascular bundle. No vascular bundle. Vascular bundle means you already know this. Xylem and phloem. In case of bryophyta, xylem and phloem are not there. There is one structure which grows into the soil, which absorbs water and minerals, but there is no xylem and phloem in the center of that structure. There is one structure which grows on top of the ground, which has leaf-like structure, stem-like structure, but there is no vascular bundle in the center. Okay, so this is bryophyta consists of false root and shoot. That means these organs do not have any vascular bundle. Now coming to pteridophyta. Pteridophyta are having this vascular bundle, they are having this vascular bundle, true roots and shoots, but no flowers. These also don't have flowers, these also don't have flowers, but these are non-flowering vascular plants, non-flowering vascular plants. Only plants which have vascular bundle, only non-flowering plants which have vascular bundle, right? They cannot. Non-flowering means they do not produce fruits and flowers. Then how do they reproduce? They have small structures called spores. Like in fungus only, they have spores, and with the reproduction is with the help of those spores only. Gymnosperms, these are the first flowering plants. Okay, these are flowering plants. Flowering plants. Flowering plants, but these are flowering plants only, but they have open seeds, naked seeds. Naked seeds. That means these fruits, you say, see, for example, mango. Mango is having an outer fruit cover, inside that pulp is present, inside that seed is present. But if you take pine, seeds are exposed outside. Okay? Pinus plant, cycas plant, seeds are exposed outside. There is no fruit covering over that. Okay? So that is why they are called as naked seeds. So the fruits will be like this. Here the seed is. Here the seed is. Here the seed is. Here the seed is. In center there is a stalk like this. So seeds are simply open like this. They are not they are not inside this. Okay. So this side also, this side also, this side also. On all directions they are having projections like that, and seed is present. Naked seeds. In case of angiosperms or all those plants which have flowers, and fruit seeds are inside fruit. Seeds inside fruit. So different textbooks have different classification about this. Don't worry about this classification. See, now itself I'll say you. If you want to divide these plants based on flower, see from here to here non-flowering plants, from here to here flowering plants. If you want to divide these plants based on presence of vascular bundle, these are non-vascular plants, these are vascular plants. Okay. So, based on the presence of true parts of the body, from here to so true parts means vascular bundle. Those differentiated body, the bodies which is differentiated, the body which is not differentiated. Only this is not having differentiated. Differentiated means fruit, roots, shoot, leaf, something like structures are absent, not differentiated. These all are having some structures like that. Root, shoot, leaves like structures, whether it is true or false. Okay? So different, you can classify it different ways. So don't worry about classification. If you understand this, it is enough. Right? Thallophyta has thallus. Example include all different types of algae. Bryophyta has false root and shoot, that is no vascular bundle. Pteridophyta has a vascular bundle, but it cannot produce flowers. Gymnosperms are flowering plants, but seeds are naked. Angiosperms, seeds are inside the fruit. Okay. So we'll discuss about Thallophyta today. Nothing but we are discussing about algae. Thallophyta or algae. All these algae have chlorophyll. So once you say that it is belonging to Plantae, all those have chlorophyll is present. Chlorophyll is present. It performs autotrophic nutrition by the process of photosynthesis. 1 minute, I'll close the door. So much vehicle noise. So photosynthetic and they have chlorophyll and they're all aquatic. They live in water, moist soil, moist wood, moist soil, moist wood, damp areas, like that. They have vegetative, there are different forms. You take, for example, unicellular is there. Unicellular organism in algae is Chlamydomonas, which looks like this. Chlamydomonas is unicellular. Filamentous, filamentous, filamentous with small chloroplasts like this. This is Eulothrix. Eulothrix. So one filament for this another filament like that it is attached. Spirogyra is also filamentous. Chloroplast is present like this. So one cell is attached to another cell, it forms a continuous filaments. Or you take Volvox. Volvox lives in colonies. It forms a circular colony. Circular colony. In this circular colony, you can see there are so many cells. In center there are daughter cells that are forming. These are all parent cells. So like this the colony of Volvox is there. It is bound together. It forms a circular spherical colony. So these different forms of algae are there. And most of them, almost all of them are autotrophic, but you can see some symbiosis also in this. You know many plants which live in symbiosis. Like that only algae also lives in symbiosis with sloth bear. Sloth bear is a bear which is lazy. This lazy bear develops total body. When it is born, it is white in color. After a few days, it's turned into green in color because of symbiosis with algae. Okay, it forms lichens are the symbiosis between algae and fungus. So some of them show what do you say? Symbiotic nutrition also. Algae had wide variety of uses, like it is a rich source of proteins. Uses of algae. Since algae is widespread in fresh water also, you can find it in fresh water also. You can find it in marine water also, salty water also. So it helps in so much amount of carbon is fixed, this carbon fixation. So most of the carbon dioxide is converted into oxygen because of this. Even for this purpose, it is used by astronauts also. Astronauts use this in their space shuttles, whatever they are using. They use some algae like chlorella that help to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. Some of them, like chlorella, spirogyra, are used as food by astronauts. Food of astronauts, easy to carry, lightweight, protein rich. Apart from this, there are other algal foods also, like laminaria, sargassum, etc., that are used as food. It is a rich source of proteins, so it is used as food. Moreover, it can be used to produce agar. This agar is a jelly-like substances. Agar is a jelly-like substance that is used in ice creams, jellies. In scientific research also, it is very useful to do several experiments. So this agar is produced from Gelidium gracilaria, are the algae that have abundant amount of this agar in them. Okay. Apart from that, there are that's all. There are some. These are some of the uses of this algae. Reproduction in algae. Reproduction occurs by vegetative process, asexual ways, and sexual ways. What are the vegetative ways of reproduction in algae? Vegetative reproduction occurs by residue, other parts other than spores. If any part is participating in reproduction, that is vegetative reproduction. It occurs by fragmentation. A small fragment of Ulothrix or Spirogyra will separate from its body, it can develop into complete organism. Asexual reproduction occurs by zoospores. All the spores of this algal members have flagella that can move inside water bodies. So this is called as asexual reproduction is by zoospores. So when a zoospore falls anywhere, it germinates into a new algae. Germinates into new algae. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction occurs by isogamous gametes, that is similar looking gametes. Similar looking gametes are anisogamous, dissimilar gametes, dissimilar gametes, or oogamous. Oogamous are they're having a different character. The female one, this is a symbol for female. The female one is large, non-motile. It does not move from one place to another place. Male, this is a symbol for male. And these are small, motile gametes. They move from one place to another place. Okay? If this type of organisms have this type of gametes, they are called as oogametes. If both the gametes are looking dissimilar in size, then they are called as anisogametes. If they are similar, they are called as isogametes. Okay, by these three ways, sexual reproduction occurs in the Thallophyta. Okay, now we'll see the types. So, very less time, 5 minutes only, but we'll try to complete. There are three types of algae. We'll see the differences between these three types of algae. Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae. So these are the three different types of algae. In this is green algae, this is brown algae, and this is red algae. Since the color of this is different, that means it is a clear indication that this three types of algae have different types of pigments in them. This chlorophyceae has chlorophyll A and B, whereas Phaeophyceae has chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids, xanthophylls, phycoxanthin, and phyco, fuco, fucoxanthin. Rhodophyceae have a red color pigment called phycoerythrin. Phycoerythrin is a red color pigment. In this, xanthophylline and fucoxanthin are contributing to this uh, brown color. Carotenoids, they can be yellow color also, right? This chlorophylls that are present in Rhodophyceae are A and D. So, what is this A, B, C, D? Chlorophyll molecules have a small change in the arrangement of hydrogen ions or OH ions. Because of that small change, okay, in one place, in that entire chlorophyll molecule, instead of present in this place, it is present in this place. Or one extra one extra hydrogen, one extra hydroxyl ion. That's all. There will not be big difference between these molecules. Okay, depending upon those small differences, those chlorophylls are termed as chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, chlorophyll E is also present, but it's absent in these organisms. Okay, there will be very slight different in colors also. You can see all the green colors are not same because of the presence of different types of chlorophylls. Right. Okay, what is the cell wall made up of? The cell wall of this first type of algae, that is chlorophyceae, has cellulose on the inner layer and pectose on the outer layer. Uh, Phaeophyceae has cellulose, and this cellulose is covered by a gelatinous substance called algae, gel-like substance called algae. And Rhodophyceae is having some polysulfate esters along with cellulose. Some polysulfate esters are also present over the cell wall. Okay. What else? See, in these organisms, the flagella of these spores, the spores are having certain flagella, as we have discussed that. Some of the spores are able to move, some of the spores are not able to move. And chlorophyll has two flagella. Those are present apical and unequal in size. What is this means? That, for example, you take Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas have two flagella. They are equal in size. They are apical from the top region. Some of them have 2 to 8. Phaeophyce has 2 to 8 flagella and they are lateral. Not they are equal. All are equal. So these are unequal. Sorry. Rhodophyce do not have any flagella. Okay. So these are the difference between different types of flagella, different types of algae. Example for the chlorophyce are Volvax, example Volvox. We said about the colonial species. Eulothrix is also green in color. Brown algae, examples of brown algae are Laminaria, Fucus is also one more example. And examples of rhodophyce are those which are used to make agar, Gelidium, Gracilaria. Okay. So with this we have completed the classification of